never volunteer. I think that's an open door. But if they ask a volunteer to do something, you are not the volunteer. You stick to what you are assigned to do. Hi, my name is Tom Haak of the HR Trend Institute. And today I'm giving you a crash course in how do I become a quiet quitter, or 10, 11, 12 tips for quiet quitters. You are maybe not so happy at your work, you don't have enough time for yourself, your work-life balance is not ideal, but you don't want to quit your job. That's too much hassle and effort, and you have to look for a new job, and you know that, well, you know, in most jobs something is the matter. Quiet quitting is the solution. And I'm going to give you some recommendations what to do. And well, the best thing also is to connect to other quiet quitters, not so easy to detect, and learn from them. So, tips for quiet quitters. Number one, don't announce yourself. Don't make yourself known. Don't go to your boss and say, hey, I've decided to become a quiet quitter. It's in the name. It's about quiet quitting, so you keep it to yourself. I would also say don't talk too much to other people about it. They will spread the news. Hey, Tom has become a quiet quitter. Don't do that. So make yourself invisible and be quiet about being a quiet quitter. 2. Revisit and read your job description if you have one. Because it's very important that you stick to the things that are assigned to you. Don't do extra things. So look at your job description and, well, if necessary, you can refer to it and say, oh, you know, I'd like to do it, but it's not in my job description. It's important as a quiet quitter that you do the minimum that is necessary. I already said, number 3, make yourself invisible. In the office, at your home, on the WhatsApp groups, make yourself invisible, because the more invisible you are, the less work will come your way. Number 4 on my list is I call that counter-cyclical working. Most people have flexible working hours, they work from home, they work from the office. Try to find out what other people are doing and don't do what they are doing. So Wednesdays is a popular day to be at home because the kids are there and it's the middle of the week. Wednesday is a day that you are in the office because hardly anybody is there. Maybe avoid Fridays in the office because that's when most people come in, because it's time for the Friday afternoon drinks and you should not be there anyway. So counter-cyclical working. You work Wednesdays. If you have to work weekends, that's ideal, or evenings, or Christmas. Unpopular times are your times because you have not a lot of contact with other people and they don't see you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm number 5 is never volunteer. I think that's an open door. But if they ask a volunteer to do something, you are not the volunteer. You stick to what you are assigned to do. If you work in the office, try to avoid it as much as possible, I would say, but then you are in a quiet corner where nobody wants to be. Avoid social activities. No afternoon drinks, no drinks after work. All those type of things you avoid because they cost extra time. It's very it's always about work. The only, you could say, positive side of the social activities might be that you can meet other quiet quitters, but it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Time tracking, that's also important. Keep track of your time. When are you working? How many hours are you working? You should not work too much. So stick to the hours and don't work too much. Don't work overtime. Don't work extra time, etc., etc. Well, I think that's clear. I think I have a couple of other things here. If you only work in an office, hardly, not a lot of people do that these days. But then, of course, you leave your laptop at work. If you work, you work. But if you don't work, you don't work. So don't mingle. Try to keep work and your other life as separate as possible. Maybe also have two phones, a work phone or another phone or an extra SIM card. So then when people phone you or try to reach you, you're not reachable. Avoid meetings. I think I already said that. And the last thing on the, if you are a quiet quitter, you will certainly have more time because you stick to your assignments, you don't work overtime, you have not volunteered for extra thing. But you better use the time you saved for nice things. Things you like, things you love, your passion and whatever. Otherwise, it's a waste of all the effort because it's hard work being a quiet quitter. That's unfortunate, but being a quiet quitter is hard work. And if you are too obvious, well, they will detect you and, well, you get a serious conversation how they can involve you again. So I wish you success. I'd like to hear more tips of quiet quitters so that we can extend this course. Take care. Bye. Bye. If you want to learn more, other things than quiet quitting, subscribe to this channel. Go to the website of the HR Trend Institute, link to me on LinkedIn. Not if you're a quiet quitter, because then, well, why would you do that extra thing? And I hope to hear you, see you soon. Bye bye.